until you are deliberately reaching for sustained alignment and consciously acknowledging that you've got it going on, then often you just have to experience the results of the decisions that you make. In other words, we know that what you're saying is, how do I know in advance before I make the decision? We always say there are two ways to know what your state of alignment is. One is by the way you feel, and the other is by the way things are manifesting. So if you haven't accomplished it and you make a decision, and that's undoubtedly the reason that you're posing the question in the way that you are, everyone has outcomes that are less productive or less successful than they would like to have. And that's just one way of knowing that they made the decision and they took the action before they found alignment. What this discussion is all about is helping you to make sure that you find the alignment before you take the action. And so it isn't until you make the commitment to care about how you feel and you do it with enough consistency that you know that you're there, that you can ever really begin to trust your own instincts. The best part about deliberate creating, everybody's creating because everybody's offering a vibration and the world is responding to the vibration that they're offering, but most people are creating by default. In other words, they're just offering their vibration all over the place in response to what they're observing, and they're not offering any real deliberate control about it. But the best part about getting hold of this in the way that you all are here today, and deliberately focusing yourself on purpose, and then getting to see the results of that focus, that's the way you come to trust that this feels like that and this feels like that. You get to the place where you'll be moving along in a relationship, doesn't matter what kind of relationship, in a co-creation of some kind, and you will feel this feeling, and you will be able to say, oh, I relate this feeling to that outcome that happened before. Now we're really onto something. That sounds really simple, doesn't it? I remember I had this feeling before and it didn't turn out all that well. But what most people don't understand is that you can control the feeling right now. You think the feeling is in response to something, so you have no control. So instead of controlling the feeling, which is just a matter of controlling the thoughts, you set to control outcomes that you can't control. Make sense to you? Where if you really get it, that you can control the feeling, so when it starts to get a little off, bring it back, bring it back. Esther, when she first began really hearing us, about 100 times a day, we heard her say, "Shut up, Esther." And she was just talking about her own mind. Or she would say, "That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary and unproductive." Just sort of talking to herself as she became aware that there was momentum on some thoughts in some directions that were not serving her, were not going to lead to where she wanted to go. But we'd like to talk about the paths in vivid enough terms that we can really get your attention on this. So you accept that here you stand, and let's say there's a path, maybe a convoluted path, leading to something fantastic. Got the picture? And there's a path, maybe a sort of convoluted path, meaning lots of twists and turns in it, leading to something you really aren't going to like when you get there. Got the picture? This path feels good every step of the way. This path feels bad every step of the way. So that's really what we want to help you to understand. We speak to you, and if you're really new, we know that even though you may be new to this forum, Esther likes to know how many of you are here in an environment like this with us for the first time. And while you're here, we know you've been listening or reading. So we know that you are more up to speed than the new first time in this arena implies. But we want you to feel new in the world today. We want you to feel new in the room today. We want you to feel new in your life today. We want you to feel that lighthearted, refreshed, high-flying feeling that you felt when you knew you were coming into an environment like this, where you knew that you would have enough variety to sift and sort from, and that you would be able to come to your own personal preferences of what would be pleasing to you. And you knew that universal forces would be backing you up to help you to realize, in the fullest sense of the word, to realize, to experience fully anything that this time-space reality could inspire within you. So as you begin approaching life deliberately like that, where you get it. Esther said to 3 or 4 people yesterday, and it may seem strange to you that she could come this far, this long with us, and be having these kinds of epiphanies, especially after we've been saying these words for a long, long time. But words don't teach, do they? You have to have your own experience in it. It's only life experience that teaches. Strange that we offer so many words, isn't it? But along with these words, we're offering our knowing. And with that knowing is a vibrational frequency. And that vibrational frequency of what we know resonates completely. It matches perfectly the vibrational resonance of that which is your source. So as you are in an arena like this and you feel that resonance, you will be vibrationally changed. You will be. Which means for a little while, you may revert back, because we can only hold you so long in this room. But you will have a different point of attraction as a result of this conversation, because we will be tuning to the frequency of your core knowing. And when that's activated within you, wonderful things move through you and out from you and back to you. It's a wonderful experience.